Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again, and we've got two more recordings from the Resident Evil 7 devs. Now these are called the recorder and stock up videos because that's what they're relevant to. Now the recorder is the actual new saving system, so I was wrong with the phones. The phones are not going to be used for saves, it's going to be the recorders, but let's get into the videos anyway. Okay, so I want to point out a few things about this specifically. So first off, we know that this is actually from a chapter called Escape from the House. So this kind of aligns with the trailer. It looks like we're in a smaller style house at the start, and this is the one with the garage, as you can tell, because the landing is the same one from the Desolation Tape 2. So this is quite interesting. This is where Jack ambushes you through the wall. This is definitely the same house where we try to escape through the car, and we have to set Jack on fire and escape that way. It's also interesting because we see the ECG wristwatch again, and we also see the bite mark or something like that is torn into Ethan's arm. I believe it's Ethan anyway. And yeah, that's kind of interesting too, because this is very early in the game, as we can see. There's definitely no presence or indication that we're in the middle of the game, or that we've already established there's a zombie apocalypse going on or anything. It looks very calm and serene, so that's why I get that implication. But then the phones being everywhere, this little bit confused me, because in one of my last videos I said maybe the phones are the save points, and I've obviously had to reverse my opinion now because the recorders have been shown, but it still kind of confuses me as to why the phones are in every single room. Like, they could have used voice recorders for dual-purpose audio logs or something. It actually surprises me that they went with this design, and I'm actually not entirely convinced it's just for phone calls. Why put a phone in every room? Wouldn't it make more sense if you were going for a horror game to put phones in specific rooms, so while you're being chased, for example, you had to go answer a phone call in another room to, you know, get the next part of dialogue that's key to unlocking the next area? So why did they just kind of leave them in every single room and easily around? That confused me, and like I said, I think there's something maybe a little bit more ulterior to that. Now, the last thing I'd want to say is at the end of the tape, we obviously see that this is tape 3 out of 8, you know, we have 5 more to go. However, somebody pointed out that there's an arrow at the right side, as you can see, which might point to there being more than 8 tapes. This could be the first side of 8 tapes, possibly, and there's 8 more, I'm not sure, but take that with whatever you want to take that. It's an interesting thought. So this second trailer is a little less interesting than the first one. However, there is a few things that I want to point out. First off, it looks like we can break boxes to get items like old Resident Evils. I know a lot of people were thinking about this from the beginning, our demo, but I just wanted to reconfirm it once again, because this is definitely going to have a lot more of the old Resident Evil in it than people are giving it credit for. I think people are starting to realize over the new trailers and information that the game has a lot more roots in its prequels than people think. It's not a complete reboot, and again, I just want to keep restating that. The second image also shows that we get interactable points in the environment where we can probably look at them, and the character gets a little bit of speculation, so that's going to be returning once again from the older Resident Evils, which is really interesting and awesome because we kind of like that in the newer Resident Evils to a degree. Although it was there, it wasn't as implicit as the older Resident Evils, where we got a really good lore of the environment based on these little speculations. And the last thing I want to say is that we get a junction box that we've got to cut through, and then we got to hit a button to open the shutters, and then we got to hit a button to open the shutters and progress through to the next area, which looks like a very mild version of puzzles at this point. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you're all looking forward to the next tapes, and maybe we'll get more than 8 tapes. You can check out the playlist, guys, because I've got a Resident Evil 7 playlist that contains tons of information that everybody would love to see. So check those out if you want to. And anyway, I'm going to get off here. So if you liked the video, please leave a like, a subscribe, and a comment, and take it easy and peace.